Natalie.
What do you mean?
I was just...
Maybe this isn't the best time.
What did I just tell you guys?
I was just wondering if there was any hope for you and Natalie to get back together.
No, I don't think so.
John, I know that you're hurting. When I lost Tommy, Sam, I was hurt. Especially when Michael was pushing me to do the right thing, and I didn't. And it drove him away. I lost him as well, and it still stings, even now to think about it. And when I heard that Victor died, it took everything I had not to hop on that plane and make sure that Sam was okay, but I didn't. I didn't because I learned to accept that he wasn't my son anymore, and because I did, Michael and I found our way back to each other again. So is it so crazy to think that you and Natalie might actually find your way back to each other again, too?
Natalie and Brody are getting married.
I understand how Ford feels about Ryder. You know, when I found out Liam was mine, everything changed. I have a son. And after losing Ryder, I'll never let anything happen to him.
You miss him? Ryder. When Jessica was sick, you took care of him.
He probably doesn't even remember me.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Yeah, I miss him.
I wonder if John misses Liam.
You wanted John to be a part of his life. He had his chance to be Liam's father.
No, I know, and I'm very happy that Liam has you.
I think I went too far when John and I got into it. I threw our wedding in his face. I told him he was only going after me because he was jealous.
That makes sense. He practically accused you of murder.
I can't believe this. You sent an innocent woman away for murder?
That woman is far from innocent. Okay, maybe I lied about her being a murderer, but she definitely had a role to play in the crime.
Mama.
Besides her history of extortion and stealing my life savings, by the way.
But what if she gets the death penalty? There'll be blood on these hands.
No, my hands are clean. The murder was deemed accidental. She'll get 1 or 2 decades in prison at the most.
Rama, I'm afraid this all sounds very familiar.
Familiar how?
Have you forgotten the months I spent at Statesville? For a crime for which I was not solely responsible?
Yeah, of course I remember. And every time I think about it, I die a little inside. And I intend to spend the rest of my life making it up to you.
No, all is forgiven, my love, but how can you make the same mistake with Cutter's sister?
Because it's entirely different, Vimal. This is not an injustice. This is karma. Kimberly Andrews got away with far too many crimes.
Kimberly Andrews? The real Aubrey Wentworth? I just can't believe that you never told me that your best friend wasn't who she said she was.
Rex.
Yeah, hey, did you find the stuff?
Yep. Right where Nigel left it. Gotta love those Brits. So, you wanna take care of that?
Promise not to hurt me?
Well, I don't know if I can promise. First thing you need to do is forget about Cutter. I'm trying to do the same thing. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. It happened to the badass that knocked out my partner in crime.
Well, can I make a confession? This badass is a lousy patient.
You're fine. You're fine. It's good. All better.
Thanks.
Just don't ask me for a lolly. You look like you could use a distraction. You feel like tossing around ideas for your sister's party?
Why not?
All right, I wrote down some. Just give me a second. They're in my purse.
Tina, what are you talking about? Gigi Marasco is dead.
Are you sure? Because I think she's right outside our front door. At least that's who she said she was.
I think that you misheard her.
Yeah, maybe it's an old friend of hers or something.
She's coming by to pay her respects.
No, she said that was her name.
Tina, believe me, Gigi Marasco's dead. I went to her funeral. I've been to her grave at St. James Cemetery.
Well, that can't be right.
Tina, believe me, Gigi Marasco is dead and buried.